Yo, what is going on, guys? Tuft here, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about slumps in CS and how they can affect your gameplay and what you can do to get over them. So, in my experience with slumps, or at least I'm going to try and define it first, I guess, the best way to describe a slump, I guess, would be a period of time when you're like not enjoying the game and you're not having a lot of fun, and it's sort of become like more of a grind than just like enjoying the, pure fact that you're playing the game and having a good time. So, one thing I've noticed is that a lot of players will experience slumps no matter what level you're playing the game at, whether it be casually or competitively. And I also noticed that this happens a lot with new players or players who just ranked up. So I'm going to sort of try and explain that the best I can. When you first rank up, obviously it's a sign that you're improving, which is great. And so usually you'll play really well for the first like 2 or 3 days when you rank up, or at least this is from my personal experience, right? So I'll play really well for the first 2 days that I rank up usually. This is like on average playing like 1 or 2 comps a day. So I'll notice that I'll play really well for like a day or two at the beginning of like a new rank, and then obviously as you get towards the end of that rank, that you get more elo, you're playing with better players, I'll start to notice that like I start to do really bad, and like that's sort of the game telling me that I'm not at the next level yet, like I'm not ready to rank up, and like maybe I derank or maybe I move down or lose a couple of games in a row or whatever. And this is usually where I sort of notice that I fall into these slumps where like I notice that I'm not playing as well and I can't figure out why, and like I sort of fall into this like period of time where I'm super unmotivated to play, and like my gameplay's just shit, like my game sense, I don't think much. I end up just focusing way too much on like the game and playing it, and just I get so like mentally unfocused and like out of whack, like I'm trying to improve so many different things at the same time, that I end up just playing really poorly, and it affects me and makes me like not want to play, gets me like really angry and salty really fast. And sort of why I think this happens is like as you win games and earn elo, you start playing with better players, and the game's way of sort of slowing you down and progressing to a rank, or keeping you at a rank where you are at your best fit, is obviously by playing you against higher players, and then you lose a game or whatever and lose elo, and sets you back to your like normal rank, I guess, or like the average rank that you would be at given your skill level. And it's sort of the game's way of saying like you need to improve before you can rank up to the next rank, or get any further into this game. So slumps can be pretty annoying. Like you've just all of a sudden you'll suck at playing and you don't know why. It's not like you're changing anything. It's just most of the time it's because you're playing with people that are better than you, and that's understandable, and that's going to happen to you in order to get better at the game. And obviously this is why it happens to everyone, right? Because everyone at some point is going to have to play against someone who's better than them, and sort of that's why how no matter what level of the game you're playing at, you're going to run into slumps. And sort of the best way that I've found to deal with this is like one of 3 things. You can just take a break. I found that especially over the past like 3 weeks, I've actually played very little amounts of CS, and I found that now coming back into it, it's extremely fun again, and it's like learning the game over for a period of time, and then you sort of reach your rank that you were at previously, and you feel confident again, and it's like ready to, sort of a fresh slate OS, if you will. So what happened to me was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, if you guys don't remember, Valve released the Revolver update, or the Wild West update, whatever you want to call it, and a lot of people were sort of like pissed off about that, and that's sort of where my slump started. I had just ranked up to LEM, I think, and I've since deranked, which made me like a little more salty, obviously, and I was kind of upset about that, and it was mostly because I was playing with people that were of a lesser rank than me, and sort of I was having to carry. But it's regardless of that, I ended up taking like a 3-week break, because last week was obviously Christmas vacation, which, by the way, I hope you guys had a great one. And so I sort of like 3 weeks off from playing, and that sort of allowed me to mentally reset and get to the point where I was like ready to play CS again. Because if you grind it out every day, it gets boring and old after a while. So like you just need to like take the time you need to mentally reset and stay fresh and focused and like motivated to play. And so I found that taking a week off is usually a good amount of time. So that's enough time to like reset mentally, but not to the point where your skills start to deteriorate, or like you lose any game sense or like muscle memory or whatever from aiming and stuff like that. Another thing you can do is just avoid matchmaking, because that's what's going to cause the most like salt, I guess, if you will. It's going to get you at the most upset, because a lot of people care about their ranks. It's like a reflection of how well they play, and it's a lot of like how the community judges them or whatever. So just avoid matchmaking. Like if you're in a slump, or if you're noticing you're not playing well, take a break from matchmaking or competitive play, and just sort of step back and play like deathmatch or surf servers. I found that can be super helpful. It's pretty relaxing, it's low-key, it's chill. Just put on some favorite like music of yours, or like a nice playlist, and just deathmatch for like 45 minutes to an hour, and then just get off. Like, don't play anymore. Like, just take it really easy. Don't grind the game out, because it's not going to be fun for you, and it's not going to help you improve at all, and you're not mentally going to be like trying or like focusing on improving. You're just going to be like, I'm playing the game because I'm playing this game, and that's pretty much it. But if you deathmatch or like surf and work on a skill that's individual, like aim or movement, which you would get from those two kind of modes of playing, I guess you could say, is not only are those going to improve you as an individual, but it's going to get you ready for the, you know, competitive play again. Like, you're going to be noticing that when you go back into playing matchmaking and things like that, you're going to be performing much better than you did before, and that's because you've taken the time, and it didn't really seem like it because you're like in a slump and you're like, okay, well, I don't really want to play matchmaking anyway. But what you did, like, subconsciously, is take the time to improve as an individual, which is going to allow you to focus more on your gameplay, and it's going to make your gameplay more smooth, whether it be your aim or your movement, like whatever you decided to work on. And that's ultimately going to allow you to become a better player, and it's going to allow you to rank up, or at least compete at the rank again that you were hoping to get to, or that you were at before. And so that combined with, you know, sort of a day or two break, or, you know, a week break, depending on how much time you think you need to sort of get over it, that can be really effective for getting out of slumps. And that's sort of what I found to be the most effective way, because not only are you eliminating the stress and anger that can be sparked through competitive play, but you're also taking the time and improving as yourself. And when you go back, you're 10 times better, or not 10 times, but like, you know, you're a better player than when you started, you know? So it's a great way to sort of get over these slumps and help, you know, improve as a CSGO player and make the most out of these slumps, because they're difficult times, and it's sort of boring and difficult, and you don't understand why you're not enjoying the game. And ultimately, if you're not having fun playing, then it's really not something you should be doing. Like, if you don't enjoy playing the CS, then you shouldn't be playing it at all, right? And that's sort of why we all play. It's because it's fun, it's a nice game, we love it. And yeah, it's like why all games are meant to be played, right? So if you're not enjoying it, not having fun, there's really no point in doing that. And that's why slumps can be terrible, and it hurts people and like makes them not like the game. So hopefully these tips are going to help you guys get over your next slump, continue playing CS, and keep getting better, guys. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and comment down below what you think, or some extra tips that you guys use to get over slumps of your own. Anyways, guys, until next time, I will see you all later. Peace.